Hey there, Rocketeers. All right, we're making great progress in the old Estes Maxi Brute V-2. So pretty typical setup for me on the what do you call it, elastic shot cord mount situation. This is what I tend to do. I take a Kevlar line here. This one's pretty thin, but it's plenty strong for mid power. This is just an E motor bird. Tie it around the motor mount. It's blocked by one of the motor mount rings, obviously. And then through a hole here. This one had this slot. They would have you put, if you were following the Estes instructions, they have just the nylon go through that slot and you tie a knot right there. And I sure don't like that idea. You know, over time, that just might tear through there. Plus, I want this for a little anti-inflammatory situation right there. Very good. Didn't make it very long because I don't want this whole mess here with the swivel to be anywhere near the top of the tube, right? So should end up about right in here somewhere, which is good. So I've got the Kevlar going to a swivel, and then my elastic shunt cord here. This is a 3-foot long chunk. Should be long enough. It means that when this thing blasts off, the nose cone at least will be easily clear of the body. So I think that's going to be good. Again, it's just an E power. I might be able to get a, if EconoJet has a 24mm F, I could probably get that in there, but I probably won't ever do that. I've got an E20. Maybe I'll use an E20 on this thing. But then what I also have here is a Nomex, I believe. Nomex square here. This will go over the shot cord and sit basically right there inside the tube. And I'll probably still do a little dog barf. But that's it. I still got to put on a launch lug. I don't use rail buttons really. I don't like that idea of cutting holes in my body tube. I know a lot of people do it and they like it, but what I plan to do here now for gluing is I'm going to have this, of course, leaning sideways, but I'll put this first ring just inside. And then in there, I'll put a ring of wood glue. And then I'm not going to be able to get any epoxy in this unless I wanted it to mix with the wood glue, which I don't really, right? So just a ring of wood glue inside there. And then I'm going to take epoxy, put it inside this indentation all the way around this cone. And then maybe also smear just a tiny bit around this here. I probably could skip that altogether and just rely on the wood glue for that ring and the top ring up in here, and it'd probably be just fine. But I like the idea of having some epoxy for this tail cone to the body tube. So what I'll probably do is put a piece of masking tape around here and around the body tube. So if any of that epoxy squirts out here, I can wipe it away and not have a big old mess out there. And then there it is. It's just beautiful. Got to decide on my paint scheme yet, but pretty excited about that. Aha. Yep, that is wonderful. What a beast. I'm curious to see what this thing weighs. I haven't checked it yet. My Ultra Super Vega, when I got all done with it, painting and everything, was 14 ounces. I think this is going to be real close. And that Vega goes plenty high with an E12-4. Plenty high. So I don't think I'm worried too much about this one. A lot of drag, but I don't mind if this is low and slow. This one's meant to be watched all the way. It'll be a lot of fun, and I'll have a 40-inch chute in there. So yeah, I'm anxious too to get moving with this so I can get on to some of the other rockets I've got. The Andromeda is almost ready for decals. I think I've got the Optima fins here. I would like to start sealing those. And then I've got an Estes Phoenix that's ready for some fine sanding and then maybe decals. And then of course I've got the old North Coast smaller Archer. I think it's 3-inch diameter or 2.6, but I've got it completely built, mostly painted. I just have to do some sanding on the leading edge of the fins for some decals, and then finish painting, or finish painting that, and then get it ready for the. It's got water slide decals, but boy, it's beautiful. North Coast Rocketry Archer. I've got the big 4-inch, and then I've got the smaller one now with the payload section. Really cool. So that's it, a little update for you on the weekend. Sure appreciate your support. Tell your friends, like, and subscribe. AC model rockets. And check out my launch videos. I'm building up a pretty big pile there now, and I came across on an old external hard drive a bunch of launches from a while back. I think they're all from Tripoli, Idaho, Swan Falls, but I'll start going through those and start posting them if they're decent enough. That'll be fun. We'll add that to the launches playlist. Fantastic. So again, thanks for the support. It's AC Model Rockets. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.